You know, we see people of all kinds and character here at the Be Attitude Clinic every day. Men, women, even children. Rich ones, poor ones, probably some beggars and thieves too. And they all suffer from HRVD to some degree or other. HRVD, you'll remember, means human relations vitamin deficiency, indicating a lack of one or more of the Be Attitude personality vitamins. So we thought that to illustrate today's Be Attitude prescription, it would be appropriate to show you some of the human relations systems we treat. We won't mention any names, and if you recognize anyone, please keep it to yourself. Now here's the human relations system of a person who's been coming to us for several years. Notice how well filled it is with the sparkle and warm glow of Be Attitudes. This is indeed a dynamic, successful, happy personality. The next system is what we call a so-so personality. Still some sparkle there. But HRVD has stolen the warm glow. This person enjoys, about 50% of her potential for success and happiness. Now, let's compare the two. That warm glow that's missing in the human relations system on the right is the Be Attitude awareness. The personality vitamin that makes us care about other people, makes us aware of them as individuals, to be understood and respected for what they are. Severe deficiencies of the Be Attitude awareness have been known to create absolute havoc. For example, this drab, colorless system shows a total lack of Be Attitudes. When this man came to us, his wife had left him. His boss had fired him. And his mother had turned him into the Internal Revenue Service. We could go on and on with case histories, but we're interested in you. We want to help you keep your Be Attitude awareness at its proper level, or help you to develop it if you don't have it at all. We'll begin by saying we're all only human. And there we have the whole problem. It is the problem because human nature is complex at best, and learning how to function successfully with people is, for most of us, a lifetime work. You must keep at it until you gradually develop an intuitive perception about each person with whom you come in contact. Now, some would have you think that all you have to do is memorize a few simple human relations techniques to gain popularity, power, and prestige. Don't believe it. Techniques by themselves are as phony as loaded cigars, and just about as explosive. First, you must understand some basic principles which underlie all good human relations. Then you can develop your own techniques. Here's a good basic principle to begin with. Have respect. How do you really and truly look at other people in relation to yourself? Do you consider them as persons with dignity and rights to be respected? Or do you think of them more as objects, little ticky-tacky boxes to be opened when it suits your purpose and put on the shelf at all other times? You blossom like a rose when you're recognized and respected as an individual. You can act pretty ungracious, too, when your rights are ignored. Well, so does every other human being. You can never go wrong if you grant the other guy respect. You don't even have to like him, but acknowledge his right to be, his right to his own convictions, even if you don't agree with them. As a practical matter, just remember, that office boy you didn't bother to speak to yesterday could be your customer next year. And the secretary you snapped at today might be the boss's wife tomorrow. Forgetting the practical side, the nicest thing about giving respect and recognition is that you also get it. Get it? Another good basic principle, be concerned. This has to do with the needs and feelings of other people and the willingness to help meet those needs. You know how good you feel when someone goes out of his way to pay you a compliment? Or lends you a hand without your even having to ask, or tells you what a hit you made with a mutual friend. That's the kind of nice you couldn't buy if you had $1 million. And it doesn't cost you a cent to do the same kinds of things for others. We're not talking about the things you have to do, things like offering to give the boss a hand or helping a customer, for example. We're talking about unselfish concern for all the people who surround you, your family, your friends, even strangers. For example, don't try to prove your own superiority at the expense of someone else, like arguing. What do you really gain? If you win an argument, you could lose a friend. And you almost always lose a customer. Constantly contradicting other people's statements is another excellent way to be alone if you're tired of the human race. It means to everybody in hearing distance that you're parading your own greater knowledge at the expense of putting the other guy down. Don't be quick to judge and criticize. Try to get the facts. And criticizing and reprimanding anyone in front of others is as big a social goof as clapping at the wrong time at the opera. Don't inspire any togetherness if you're so in love with your own views that you leave the other person feeling his are not important. And if you're so proud you can't admit a mistake or extend an apology when one is due, don't look forward to retiring with any golden memories. Do make an effort to find traits in other people that deserve genuine praise and appreciation. It may be very well hidden, but there's some good in everybody. Prune out the undergrowth and look for it. When you find it, say so. The exercise will do you good. Another basic principle that builds the be attitude awareness: listen. We all know at least one who goes through life in a state of bewilderment, at a loss to understand why he hurts someone or makes them mad every time he opens his mouth. The reason is usually simple. He's the one who never listens. He not only doesn't hear the words spoken, but he doesn't hear the feelings that go with the words. It's a matter of listening with both the outer and the inner ear. You hear words with the outer ear. This helps you get instructions right. For example, makes you look efficient. You hear feelings with the inner ear. This means you can recognize when a polite comment might cover a hidden expression of disapproval or resentment, or when a question directed at you is really a call for help. In any case, real listening is the only cure for major breakdowns in communication. Next, and the most important principle, because the success of all the others we've talked about depends on it: honesty. You must be absolutely genuine in giving respect and in showing concern. Dumb-cluck cheeriness and toothy insincerity light up like a neon sign, and they'll gain you nothing but dislike, distrust, and hostility. This same principle also demands honesty with yourself if you're going to understand why people react toward you the way they do. Say you experience constant friction in dealing with others. Try studying yourself through their eyes. Do you consider yourself brilliant, a witty, fascinating conversationalist? Maybe you telegraph to other people as an incessant talker, a time waster and a bore. Do you think of yourself as dedicated and unswerving in your principles? You may be coming through as a hard-headed bigot, inflexible and intolerant. On the brighter side, you may feel inadequate, too shy and painfully timid to be worthy of notice. Others may look at you as pleasantly quiet, modest, and reserved. Whatever your opinion of yourself, seeing yourself as others see you can't do anything but help if you really want to improve your human relations. Have respect. Be concerned. Listen. And whatever you do, Be honest about all of it. These are the basic ingredients in your personality vitamin prescription for today. The B attitude awareness. It's easy and pleasant to take, gives almost instant relief from the pain and strain of tensions in your human relations system. It is, in fact, the modern derivative of that age-old golden rule for good human relations. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.